go down a different route as the Ornn is picked up. A fantastic matchup into the Renekton historically, and also does round out this composition. Farm is concerned, but he's a Renekton against an Ornn. He's probably going to have free farm. The thing that's scary is that Ornn also gets a bit of a free lane here, as Arthur's making his way up. Dread's here. Morgan actually losing out on this trade quite effectively, as Dread's going to take an undertow, and now they're going to try and turn it. There's the Ornn. Keen flashing early. Knockup does land onto the Renekton. First blood goes over to the Olaf, but it's traded back immediately, and the Ragnarok is popped. Arthur unable to get that extra damage onto Dread, as Shockwaves, and Dread has started off this Drake.
Yeah.
We'll see whether Hanwha are going to be able to actually contest this one. No teleport from Morgan.
Yeah,
he's making his way down. Keen's nowhere near this fight. And Deft also not able to get in. The 50-50 won by Dread. And Afreeca are just going to walk their way. Deft picks up all the value of these plates. And yes, stop talking about it. Stop talking. We don't need to talk about it, Wolf. Okay.
I looked at the 116 and it didn't change. Okay.
No. Well, he might get a kill. That would be good news. As Keen down to about 200. Morgan still looking for this dive as he gets under the turret. Slice and dice will be available. There's the flash forward. Stuns not even necessary as Morgan just wipes the floor with the Drake for another minute's time. And what is this, Morgan? What?
I mean, it's a proxy.
He's in the enemy nexus. Is this his singed cosplays? We've got an engagement here towards the bottom side. Fly immediately eradicated. And Hanwha Life gonna try and press on forward. Arthur stops for a second.
This is a good matchup for Olaf. It's very safe. Or not for Olaf, for Ornn. It's very safe. It's very stable. And he gets to build armor against 280. I got my demolition again. And Keen misses the ult.
Well, the flash forward, everyone misses everything. Morgan's doing the walking away slowly tactic, and it's working so well. One auto attack.
Yeah, and there's just nothing Afreeca can do about this. And look at where Chovy is too. But the thing is, like, can you even approach a fight as Afreeca? You're definitely not going to contest this Drake.
Nope.
Because you're just too far behind at the moment, and you need more time for Bang. You can really start grabbing back control of the map. But I think you eventually have to take a fight, and I think this is the timing to do so. They're going to look for it.
They're going to go for it here as Deft is going to immediately dash away using that Gale Force. Now trying to get into position as the teleport comes through from Chovy. He will join up with this as that's a great attract repel stun. Fly is going to go down. The Ragnarok's going to stop that shockwave from doing anything at all. And the Olaf's just popping off in this fight. 2 kills already. Keen going to go down also. Chovy grabs that kill. And unfortunately, Afreeca thought that was their moment.
That I was talking about was going to happen in about 30 seconds, 45 seconds from now. And Afreeca decided, okay, we've got a window here. We've got Keen in good position. They put the Orianna orb on top of him, and they looked for a really hard engage. But Hanwha Life Esports are just, this is not really desperate. And I felt like if they had just waited a little bit longer, they could have had a better fight.
And also the fact that Deft waited so perfectly for his Featherstorm. He managed to get out the headbutt from Lehens. It meant that Lehens didn't really have the ability to get in there. Yes, he can pulverize flash and things like that, but he doesn't have the mobility that the headbutt provides you for the rest of that fight. And that, coupled with the fact that the Ornn then gets 0 value, just means that there just weren't enough tools, and Hanwha just runs over the top. Have the answers for anything that Hanwha put out.
Might just lose the game right here too. I mean, if they try to contest this, they're gonna have a really bad time. I mean, look at the push in mid. Arthur just standing there to give that extra damage with the Baron buff, and I mean, they're just gonna get 2 inhibitor turrets here. If you don't do anything as Afreeca, you're gonna lose 2 inhibitors minimum probably. If you do engage, you're probably just gonna lose the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lose-lose situation.
Like one Oblivion orb like purchased? Why didn't that happen?
Red just got one. I mean, but it's very late.
Okay, there we go. Saved. Here we go. Like 2 inhibitors are going down, but at least we managed to finally buy an Oblivion orb. Oh no, don't
worry. I don't even know if this game goes on longer than that. As Afreeca have to try to make a play here, and it is just so desperate.
This is getting really, really hard for Afreeca. You can see the jungle lit up like a Christmas tree. Lehens, going for the longest walk ever, but he's going to have to walk over like 15 control wards to get into a backline. Ornn once again comes down as Chovy's going to flash it. Over the wall goes Arthur as Lehens. Very deep, but is at least going to get the headbutt back. In goes Bang to try and take down Chovy, but they're so far behind. The Magnet Storm value is gigantic. Kai'Sa already dead. Keen's going to die as well. It's another double kill for this Olaf. Make it a triple as Fly trying to run for the hills. Lehens as well. I mean, is this going to be the Olaf Penta? Are we going to do it? As there it is. The Quadra kill comes forward. Deft steals away the Penta like a jerk, but the game is over. Hanwha Life are just going to cruise to a victory at 32 minutes. And Afreeca, it felt like they just did nothing and then lost the game as Deft gives a big old thumbs up, goes golden, and that's a dead Nexus. Congratulations to Leah.
I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. Let's find out, because, I mean, in the lane, it is Talia that is paired with him, so very dangerous mid lane. Lens is going to look for a very aggressive taunt.
Yep, Seismic Shove is fantastic. That shield not able to work out. Arthur does manage to pick up the Rift Scuttler at least, and Chovy grabs the follow-up kill immediately. He flashes away, and now Vista could just be in trouble. Deft is back in base, and Vista, remember, does not have a flash available. Body Slam comes on in. Seismic Shove's too easy on the flashless target, and they just take away the like always keep his lane shoved and not give him this opportunity to clear it and leave. As another stun comes out, Arthur holding on to the shield once again, and now the Destiny comes in. Dread has to flash. Chovy doesn't have his available, as now Bang could be in trouble, but Vista getting taken down first. Deft trying to fight this one out. Arthur roaming on over as Chovy now slowed down. Deft takes down Bang though, and now Lahen's forced into this alcove. Chovy trying to roam on down, as Lahen's just buying as much time as he can for the cavalry to get in. There's the gold card, but not actually locked just yet. Chovy finds it in the end, and Lahen's will go down. Arthur once again with a phenomenal shield as he tries to get out, and does so effectively. Deft just free hitting this whole time.
We've got Chovy's got a lead there, and now they can start to control the top side. And here they go.
See if they can actually stop this one, as in goes the man drop. Dread is going to lock down the Rift Herald as Arthur once again. Pretty good shield, but this time the cask is great. It is going to be that 1-for-1 trade so far, but Chovy goes down low, takes the lantern to get out. Morgan trying to be a hero as Vista, the 3-man Flays just fantastic just before Morgan does go down. The wildcards pick up the kill. I don't think that this one's going to work out, as Vista's life has been thrown away so many times. Two melees trying to run after Vista here, but the crunch is going to get in, and Keen will lock down that kill. So good trade there for Afreeca in the end.
All right, this is a pretty scary position to be in.
Yep, Vista's dead, but Arthur's going to dive on forward. Vista actually survives for a very long time, and Dread is taken down. Deft taking hold of this team fight. Lahen's eventually gets rid of the Thresh. His Fly, he has to get out of here. Hextech Ultimatum, Lahen's just dashes over the wall, but there is a thing called a hook shot, and that means that Morgan's going to lock down that kill. Keen now trying to run away, and Deft, and it's equating to a 2-0-2 Kraken Slayer Cogmore at 14 minutes into the game. Plates of
They're the ones who have the lead. As we see a Weaver's Wall here just to secure this Herald charge and the turret.
Shirley getting value as well. Look at that. Middle children doing very, very well. Though, and Afreeca are going to move over here. Destiny comes through. Harmer Life now able to move on over pretty comfortably. We'll see whether this is going to be that 50-50 as the teleport from the Gnar comes in, and they do lock down the Drake. Chovy off to the side, has pretty good positioning as in goes Arthur, but immediately he's flung back, gets a huge amount of health with the Gore Drinker on 5, but still, the cask is going to lock him down now. Dread trying to fight against Deft, who's 1v3 right now, and that is not what you want as the Cogmore. Chovy, he's got a gold card, but he's against 4 people trying to still fight this one out, as everyone is trying to be a hero, and it's not working for Hanwha Life. One after the other, and that was a disaster.
That was a disaster, but this is Hanwha Life Esports just being a little bit indecisive, and I think too reliant and too confident in their ability to take these fights with the globals that they have, right? You have a teleport from Morgan to come through, you have Arthur ulting, and you have Chovy with Destiny, and that makes you feel like, okay, well, we can take this fight on our terms no matter what. But now they lose the fight, and we're 20 minutes into the game, and they just don't have any way to deal with this Drake. They used all their tools to engage in that last fight. They cannot keep up with this rotation, and Afreeca actually has vision control here. They don't even know this is happening. They have a pretty good idea, you have to imagine, but there's nothing they can do to stop it.
The less safe option, definitely more damage in the Kraken Slayer, but not going to have that mobility. Is Chovy just going to watch this turret fall down and pick up the minion wave, and Hanwha Life just suffer. Death is currently trying to deal with an inner turret that is under siege. So Hanwha Life do give this one away, understanding that pressure is not on their side, and they'll try and take what they can from the map as Arkeen. Fighting Morgan, Chovy just fighting the turret. Destiny comes in just for Chovy to check whether it's okay to dive. Morgan very, very low as Stand United does come in. A lot of shielding as he takes the lantern, flashes out of the way. Vista getting on in there. Decent stun from Arthur as the party cast comes through as well in celebration as Bang now joins the team. And yeah, you might Destiny to see them all there, but the amount of rotational power from Afreeca is too being able to. And yes, I mean, we talk about Deft being huge, and he is going to be, right? He has a huge CS advantage. Just okay. Vista gets over that wall. Stand United on top of Fly. Destiny comes on in. The party cask as Chovy might just go down. He has the stopwatch, but he can't even use it as Arthur has to flash away. Deft zoned out by Dread, and Afreeca will say, all right, well, Chovy's dead. He's dead for 45 seconds. The Baron is out.
Yeah, and it's a Baron that parlays into Infernal Soul as well. Arthur getting completely shoved away. A lot of pings in the mid lane here for Hanwha Esports, but I don't think they can actually rush this one down. They're going to try for it, but Afreeca Freecs know there's a teleport.
But there's a teleport that is going to come through. Morgan over the wall, and they have to try and get this as fast as they possibly can. Deft gets as much damage in there as possible, and he is going to be able to get it with the help of Morgan. Morgan now looking to try and trade for Fly before he gets out, but he's just exploded with that Kai'Sa damage. And now, yes, you managed to get the Drake, boys, but you are going to lose your lives for it. And Afreeca with Baron buff might just be able to push to win.
I think so.
This is pretty scary. Chovy's going to be back up again. Vista does flash to get himself out of the way as Voidseeker does find the Thresh, but no Killer Instinct available. And now Hanwha do have 3 members alive, so this may not be the end of the game just yet, but it's certainly going to be a very ragged base.
I mean, it might be the end of the game if Hanwha Esports step over the line for even 1 second with any of these members. You know, 20 seconds left until Deft comes online, so they have to be proactive in some way. They have to try to slow this down in some way. You see the slower push coming through from Keen. The inner turret is still up here. I didn't realize that's actually going to take a little bit of time to come down. But Afreeca Freecs playing this very carefully. You know, unfortunately they didn't get the Infernal Soul, but winning the team fight there, you know, almost nets them the game. And they still have all the advantages they had before, so this is just, it feels like delaying the inevitable for Hanwha Esports. 2 inhibitors is going to make this even harder.
Yep, Bang actually a little bit caught by himself as in goes Morgan. Hextech ultimatum is there as Arthur getting taken down very low. The cask is fantastic to split up the fight. A 2-man now, the Cogmore already dead. Instant double kill for Dread on the Talia. And Afreeca will win another fight. They're not wasting any time in this game. They want to get to number 3 and see whether they can take down Hanwha Esports, much like they did against T1 earlier, and put themselves in the conversation for the west side of the bracket. Chovy goes golden, but that's just to see the end of his Nexus as he
coming through as the final pick here, so the control mage matchup in the mid lane.
Yep, Resident Sleeper mid. I like it.
Yeah, and we are going to see Arthur rotate over his spot.
Oh, Chovy's in trouble. This is just going to be first blood. All too easy there for Dread.
Arthur's standing on a ward too, so...
Oh no, and the collapse is coming in. Tibbers comes out. Arthur's trying to start this one off, but the dishy-dashy there from Bang is going to be fighting with Dread a little bit, as we've got a battle in the mid lane as well. Couple of different fronts here as Fly moving on over to Dread. Arthur will stun up the Pantheon, but the stun is going to be returned. And the flash out from Arthur is a big problem. In goes Bang, actually. Blade whirling around in amongst 3 members. Dread is going to close in, though, as Fly and Chovy continuing to fight. Arthur now having to get out. The flash forward from Lehens was very odd, but the ignite, no, not actually ticking down as Vista very close to death, but he'll also get under there. The flash has to be invested, and now Deft is in trouble as well. Turret shot.
Too late. So Arthur will get this. Okay,
yep.
We're going to see a fight. I'll let you
yeah, Shockwave comes in. They're looking to lock down the Pantheon before anything can really start as Morgan comes on in. Fly throws out the ultimate. It's not going to do enough damage as the party cask comes down from Morgan as well. Lehens going down extraordinarily low. Rakan's so squishy right now, and Arthur easily just boops him with Hobbs form. And that's going to be another...
Say only 4, but, you know...
At least they've been fighting, you know? That's the main thing.
There's been attempts to get a lot more.
Yep, Barrel comes in from Morgan. Arthur is still in the area as he hops on over in Tibber's form. Cast comes in. Fly takes a fair bit of damage, but it's not really going to be doing enough as Vista finally turns up. The 4v4 is on as the stun is great onto Morgan, but he's pretty tanky right now. Shockwave comes in. That's going to grab Lehens, but the trade is already there. And Keen dashing around as this... Crocodile, but it's just going to be taken down there. Double kill for Chovy. Is this going to be his well-deserved Pog vote? I think it is, because that's a Quadra.
Well, you know, that was also a steal. Gold. So meanwhile...
Oh no, it's a cow and a bear and a lady, and they want to kill Bang. They should be able to as well. Vista Yeah, he's got his ultimate. He's able to tank up that turret for days, and for Chovy to get towards things like Void Staff and extra damage whenever he wants to. And now they're just winning fights. Deft, Killer Instinct's over. That's the grand entrance from Lehens as Arthur just chasing down Dread and the Rakan. Deft should be able to get to this kill easily. Pops the Pantheon, and they'll take away a blue buff as well as Lehens.
Kim Tank pre 15 minutes. He's just zooming around. Like, this is maybe the earliest we've seen all season.
Whoa, there's the flash headbutt pole. There's the stun comes through. That's the boot back onto Lehens, but he's very mobile. Bang, not so lucky. He'll be taken down by Deft despite the blade well, and Keen teleports in, but now he's like, no.
You see the, okay, one more attempt here on the Chovy.
Yep, good stun is the flash forward, and that's going to lock down the Orianna. Big shutdown gold. And he's almost towards his collector as well when Bang still trying to piece together his second item. Hasn't got any components yet, so this is certainly working well, and Deft is going to have a lot on his shoulders as far. Yeah, it looks like we're going Sterix as quickly as we can. Of course, the item combo is busted on this patch, so you can understand it, as Arthur is going to find Keen, but he runs pretty quick. As now you can see the Gragas moving on down. Chem tanks are online, and Morgan's looking for his target. The shockwave onto 3. Chovy's trying to make his playback as Keen dives on top of him. The pulverize is there though, and Vista says, "Give me the pog." Chovy picks up an instant double, and one goes over to the Gragas as well for good measure. Make that 2 as Deft will pick up the 5th. That's going to be the ace, and Hanwha Life, they can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want. They've got a Drake, and
oh my
turns the fight
god,
around.
the AoE is just disgusting. As I don't know where that Void Seeker was going from Deft. A bit of a celebratory one, as the collapse from Hanwha was so beautiful. They are going to appreciate it.
I just, like, the thing is, they don't have vision, so Vista shows himself here, and they're taking so long to take it. They're actually, there's an argument where Arthur takes us away. He's
booking it. He's trying to get on in here. We'll see whether he can actually get towards the dragon, and it's not going to happen. Dread's going to win the Smite War, as Chovy was on the top side of this patch, unfortunately.
Yeah, not with the change coming through. Still, I mean, this is a fantastic position for Hanwha Life Esports. They're pushing all 3 lanes in. The Baron buff is for 40 more seconds, so I don't think they're going to be able to get any inhibitors here. Unless Afreeca Freecs have a bad engage. They're going in on Chovy once again.
Yeah, Chovy's going to have to utilize this Zhonya's very effectively. He denies the stun there as Arthur comes on in. There's the shockwave onto a couple of members. Dread very, very low. Deft all the way into the back line. This is a disaster. Samira going to be focused down. Deft trying to kite this one as Dread jumps on top of him, but he's dead. That's the best form of CC as Fly now trying to get away from Arthur, getting away from Udyr. Don't make me laugh. Boop to death. And there is the game. This should be Hanwha Life mowing down the mid lane with the last couple of seconds of their Baron buff and taking game number 3.
Yep, we've got a few waves coming through, so they should easily be able to push these turrets down. And that's what I was saying. Afreeca Freecs with a pretty bad engage there. They look for Chovy. He has his Zhonya's, and the rotation speed of this composition is just so fast. And the fact that Deft is able to just walk into the faces of Afreeca Freecs without anyone punishing him is just the story of the game.
And Vista, nice pulverize here as we're just celebrating at the end. Deft picking up a couple of celebratory kills, and that's another one going over to the Udyr as well. 3-0-16.